new releases, and growing controversy over proposed coins. This is your Numismatic News Roundup. After more than 3 centuries of absence, the Royal Mint unveils the Angel 2026 coin collection, reviving a historical denomination first struck in 1465 during the reign of Edward IV. The revised design by Sandra Diana depicts the Archangel Michael defeating Satan in dragon form, surrounded by the Latin inscription Per crucem tuam salva nos Christi Redemptor, which translates as "By the cross, save us, O Christ our Redeemer." The angel holds deep cultural importance in British numismatic history. The 2026 release is available in copper nickel, 1 and 2 ounce silver, with quarter, 1 and 2 ounce gold coins also being minted. The revival of a medieval design shows just how powerful history can be in modern coinage. But the Royal Mint didn't stop at looking back 5 centuries, but also revisited a much more recent chapter in British numismatic history. The Royal Mint released the next installment in the Portraits of a Queen series, featuring Raphael Makhlouf's portrait first introduced on UK circulating coinage in 1985. The reverse has been remastered by chief engraver Gordon Summers, with refined radial lines that create an elegant aura as the coin is turned. The obverse features Martin Jennings's definitive portrait of King Charles III, dated as 2026, the centenary year of Queen Elizabeth II's birth. The release is available in brilliant uncirculated copper and nickel, with 1 ounce silver and 2 ounce silver proof Peatford strikes, as well as gold versions of this commemorative piece. So while the UK is honouring legacy through royal portraiture, France took a completely different approach this week, shifting their focus away from monarchs and towards something far more familiar in everyday life. Monnaie de Paris is releasing the French Furry Friends, a set of 4 copper nickel 5-pound coins featuring dogs, cats, rabbits, and horses, along with a €250 gold coin marking the 180th anniversary of the Société Protectrice des Animaux, France's animal protection society. The boxed 4-coin set is limited to just 3,000 pieces and celebrates the nation's most beloved companion animals. Most coins are also available individually. These French issues celebrate companionship and tradition, but elsewhere the focus isn't nostalgia at all, it's modernization. And that brings us to a major change coming out in the Pacific in the following year. The Reserve Bank of Fiji has released a complete redesigned polymer banknote series set to debut on January 2nd, 2026. The new notes feature enhanced security measures and showcase national imagery, including the green sea turtle on the $5 note, a mangrove plant on the 10, the central bank building itself on the 20, Indo-Fijian history on the 50, and an Itauke man serving kava on the 100. That covers roughly what's being issued. But just as important this week is what might be restricted, redefined, or outright prohibited. Because some of the biggest numismatic stories right now aren't coming from minting presses. Instead, they're coming from lawmakers. In an open letter dated December 22nd, former Citizens Coinage Advisory Committee member Dennis Tucker urged Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to reject a proposed 2026 dollar coin featuring Donald Trump. Tucker argues that the US law has long-standing tradition prohibiting depicting living presidents on the currency. That letter reflects a long-standing tradition, and now lawmakers are also moving to make the tradition explicit law. On December 21st, Senators Jeff Merkley and Catherine Cortez Masto introduced the Change Corruption Act, legislation that would formally prohibit images of living presidents on U.S. coins and banknotes. The bill responds directly to recent proposals involving President Trump and reinforces Congress's authority over national currency imagery. So while Congress debates who can appear on money, another proposal this week asks a different question altogether. What's actually backing it all? Senator Mike Lee introduced the Gold Reserve Transparency Act on December 20, calling for a comprehensive audit of U.S. gold reserves at Fort Knox and other Federal Reserve facilities. The legislation would require physical verification by the Treasury Department and the Government Accountability Office, addressing long-standing public questions about the nation's gold holdings. Oversight is clearly a theme for this week, and that makes leadership at the U.S. Mint even more relevant than ever, which is why this final story may shape everything that follows. As on December 19th, senators have confirmed that Paul Hollis would be the 41st director of the U.S. Mint by a vote of 53 to 47, ending a 4-year period without a permanent director. Hollis assumes leadership as the Mint prepares for a major semi-quincentennial program marking America's 250th anniversary in 2026. Between revived medieval coins, modern polymer banknotes, and political battles, this week shows just how numismatics sits right at the intersection of history, art, and power. Subscribe to WNN, and if you missed it, you can watch last week's episodes of the News Roundup right here. Next, for the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.